Drink more water.
What's up, guys? Episode 34. Again, technically, but
Yeah.
you guys don't know that because it's a secret and it's not being posted. We have the secret archives. But we're back.
It's been like a month. I'm not used to this, you know?
It's been a fat minute.
It's been a while since we recorded.
When was the last time we even recorded?
Like a month ago.
Kind of crazy. Crazy work. A lot has changed in the world. A lot of missed jokes we could have made. Most importantly, the Pope dead. The Pope is dead.
The Pope dead.
The Pope died. What am I trying to say? The Pope dead.
The Pope dead. I cried a lot.
I did not.
I didn't either.
Okay.
He's from Chicago?
That's the new Pope.
Yeah,
Respect.
well, yeah, the new Pope is from Chicago, or is from Chicago. R.I.P. the old Pope. Sorry, I'm just on the bigger and better things.
No,
you know?
yeah, 100%.
Even though that last Pope was a G. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah.
Francis, right?
Yeah.
Our boy.
Pope
Our
Francis.
boy. Our boy, for sure.
He was the Pope for a while, wasn't he?
I feel like I remember him.
Since I was a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I remember him, like, touching me when I was a kid. Sorry, bad
Like
joke.
touching your heart?
Yeah, touching my heart.
touching
Really,
your heart with his sermons.
Careful now. Careful. That might be mistaken for another word.
Oh, so well, there's no A in sermons.
A minor? What?
Siemens?
See, there is no A in semen either.
And my C. C. S-E-A. Because I'm talking about the people on a boat.
Fuck. I fell right into that. I should have been able to see that coming.
Well, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you about my semen. The one's in the boat. The one in the boat.
One in the boat. They blow their horn, let you know that they're on their way. They're arriving.
Yeah. They're scrubbing on my poop deck.
Exactly.
Yeah. Up in my cockpit.
Is there a cockpit on a boat?
There's in mine. Is it like a crow's nest? Is that what it is? Not a cockpit? Or is that just like the steering station?
The steering.
Because the cockpit is where they steer the airplane.
Yeah. Who came up with that? Like, who
Francis?
was like
Pope Francis?
Pope Francis actually came up with it.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right. That's crazy though. Like they make an airplane. There's probably a joke somewhere out there, but it's not even a joke that I'm making. I'm just genuinely asking. Who fucking came up with the name cockpit?
I'm already on it.
Good, perfect.
Who came up with... Sorry.
No,
I
you're good.
speak out loud, sorry, when I type.
No, yeah, you're not even typing. You're using the voice to text.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better than me using it than you, because then it's just like stuttering all the time, and it doesn't pick up.
I respect that.
My bad.
No, I respect
my
that.
bad. Sorry. My bad.
You're right.
Who came up with the word cockpit?
And then poop deck. I feel like should be another one.
Yeah. That'll be second.
Is there like semen ladder?
Whoa, cockfighting.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, what the hell? The word cockpit was not invented by a single individual, but evolved over time with its origins linked to cockfights. In the 16th century, cockpit referred to the pit where cockfights were held. A small enclosed area where fighting was intense. The meaning likely influenced the later use of the term to describe the control center of various vehicles, including ships, cars, and eventually airplanes. So I think I was spot on. Okay, let me tell you.
You were spot on.
Let me tell you.
As you were reading that, I'm just envisioning like in an airplane, like early on, they have like all the passengers, they're smoking or whatever. And they just like hear some noise. yeah, they hear some noise. They go up there in like where they're flying the plane. There's just two cocks fighting right there.
Yeah.
And that's where they came up with it. They're like,
well, what else are you going to do when you're a mile high?
Oof. Let me tell you.
Because chickens can't fly. That's... Whoa.
Can chickens like...
Yeah, because it's like...
Is it like Minecraft? Can they actually like descend their ball?
Yeah, they can like flutter down, but they can't
or is that just a
actually
Minecraft
fly.
thing?
No, they just can't fly. Because it's like... It's when pigs fly.
Uh-huh.
And it's when cocks fight.
When cocks fight.
When cocks fight, pigs fly.
That's kind of a bar. But cocks have already fought, obviously, since, they came up with a whole word for it.
You're right. And pigs flew right into the Twin Towers on 9/11.
No.
No.
Damn. No one expected that when they asked pigs to fly, did they?
Yeah. That joke really crashed and burned. But I just keep moving on. Always remember.
Never forget.
Always remember. R.I.P. What was the name of that pig? What was the pig's name in Charlotte's Web? Because Charlotte was the spider's name.
See, if there was one thing I could change about myself, it would be that I wouldn't crack under pressure. Because a really good joke right there could have been the guy who fucking played Minecraft and he had cancer and died. I can't think of his name, though, and I'm on the spot. Technoblade, thanks. That would have been a good back and forth we could have just had right there.
Good banter.
Exactly.
Banta.
But I always crack under pressure. That's why I can't make jokes right off the bat either.
Well, I know who I'm not calling when they're going to put you first up to bat and hit a home run, okay? Because we can't crack under pressure.
Is that what it's called when you hit a home run?
Cracking the bat? Well, that's the sound it makes. Crack. Do your best crack. Yeah. There you go. I don't even need it. It's more like...
Oh, he's really winding up.
Strike!
You play baseball?
I did play baseball.
How'd that go for you?
It was pretty good. I was a catcher.
You were the catcher?
Yeah.
Oh. So you didn't do anything, really?
Whoa. I played catcher, and I played outfield. Left outfield.
Word, okay.
Because you know why they put all the people in outfield?
Why?
Because they're the better people. They have the better...
catching ability?
No, they can throw farther.
Oh. Is
More,
that really
more
why they did that?
precision. Yeah.
Damn. So I played outfielder. Let's go. Good job, Lil Ryan. Good job, brother. I did that in shortstop.
Did you hit good, too?
Did I hit good?
Shortstop, you got to be fast for shortstop, so I respect it.
Hell yeah. I always like to think I was fast, and then I joined track. I'm not a fast boy at all.
It's okay.
I'm not a fast boy at all.
When there's balls involved, you're really fast.
True. I could get up and down the basketball court in 10 seconds. So.
Yeah. I'll last longer than me most days.
Damn. 10 seconds. Anything less than like a minute? No, anything less than like 15 seconds got to be.
You jump from a minute to 15 seconds. How are we just going to brush by the 45 seconds?
Because it's like anywhere. If you go past 15 seconds, it's like you're kind of reaching territory where it's like, oh, good job for her type thing. But it's like.
Her?
Yeah, because. Or them, sorry. If it's them.
Continue.
Whatever orifice you're entering. Maybe we should move on.
Are we talking about whales right now? Orcas, whales? Orcas?
Orcas.
You said orifices. I was just
No,
trying
yeah.
Orcas, you know? I recently learned that they eat jellyfish. Did you know that?
Orcas?
Yeah,
Which one are
just
orcas?
whales. Just
Whales.
whales.
Oh, okay.
Whales and like birds.
Turtles. Sea turtles also eat jellyfish.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Which one are orcas? Those are the ones that like are killer whales, right? Orcas are killer whales?
Or those the great white? No, those are sharks.
Those are sharks, yeah.
Or is there like a white whale? Or that's like the top of the line. That's the white whale, you know?
Yeah, that's like the supreme. Like,
that's a supreme.
That's
like,
the highest level of whale you
that's
can
like
get
the
to.
Gucci Louis Vuitton whale.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure like those whales kind of rule the rest of the other whales.
Yeah.
Because the rest are like
they're the 1%.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They're the upper.
Some would say they even have like harder lives too.
Yeah. Well, they seem pretty krill.
Oof. Fuck. God.
Something smells fishy in here.
When we get famous and one of us gets canceled, it'll be like, God, Cory was always the funnier one.
No, it's not even true. It's not even true. I was speaking about large, open, vast waters.
Okay.
One of our coworkers recently went to the Titanic like exhibit or whatever.
Word. Which, listen, hold on, before you get into this.
Say your truth, King.
I think it's cool that, like, obviously you got to have memoriam. It was a big event, whatever.
Of course.
But I don't necessarily know what entailed in it, but they were telling me that they got to go into the VR version of the Titanic.
Yeah, and she almost, like, threw up.
Oh, so I didn't hear her experience. She told me, she's like, oh, we're going to be doing the VR too. So in my head, I'm imagining they give you VR and then you experience the Titanic sinking in VR. Can you imagine telling...
They made a movie out of this, Ryan.
No, I know, but can you imagine
you don't need to relive it through VR.
A survivor of the Titanic. They're like, oh, put these headphones on. We're gonna have people relive it.
PTSD, yeah.
We're gonna have people live your worst experience.
Well, I was also telling her that, like, you remember, like, a couple of years ago when there was, like, there was, like, recording, like, submarines, like, video
Watergate?
recording.
Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit.
All right. Nope, not that. There were no humans on this.
Oh, okay.
No humans. Okay. Humans were.
Yeah.
But, like, they sent, like, a video thing down there, and I was talking to her. I was like, was there a lot of videos of, like, actual, like, wreckage, like, debris and stuff? She was like, yeah. And I was like, we saw this, like, a couple of years ago. Isn't that crazy? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't even want to explain it. I'm glad you had a great time.
So she had a good time? She almost got sick?
Yeah, because she said that, like, she's not used to, like, being in, like, the VR. And she said that it was, like, I think she said it was loud or something. So, like, it was very, like,
wait, so was I right? They, like, put you through the sinking?
Well, I think it was, like, from, like, afar. I don't know if it was, like, I don't know.
It's just like a ride at Universal Studios.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Harry Potter one. They lock you in and then, like, put the VR on. And then,
it's like a 4D.
The ship
bursts
turning.
the water on you.
Yeah, they spray water on you. Yeah.
They make you drown.
Oh my God. Yeah, they waterboard you a little bit. They dip you in water, then put you in, like, a freezer.
Yeah. The AC is just on full blast.
Yeah.
That sucks. Or maybe it was like...
They drown you. That's so funny. They just waterboard. That's so funny.
They just drown them. That would be so... I'd pay for that. Drink more water, baby. Sponsored by the Titanic being sunk. But I think it was like a walkthrough through, like, the Titanic. Like, it was like it was still up and breathing,
still up and fighting.
Yeah, still cruising towards that iceberg, which is crazy. They knew. Apparently, it was like 20 minutes into their shift change or whatever, and they were just being lazy and they didn't want to do anything. So they didn't.
You know what? No. I want to flame them a little bit, but the end of those shifts, I'm like, damn. I want to cook this guy's food. I just worked 12 hours, bro. Should I? We close in 30 minutes? Nah. Fryers are off. Sorry. I can't cook any food for you right now.
That's one guy you're talking about. He's
I'm
taking
joking.
the safety of everyone on board. Being up in the cockpit.
Was there a cockpit in the Titanic?
Or she said she was up in the crow's nest. So
wow. So she... Hello?
Hello?
She saw the iceberg coming. She didn't warn all those people?
Yeah. Well, I made the joke that it was like taken from afar, and I was like, how do they have the video cameras out there? Why didn't they just come and save them?
Yeah. Man, that's the world we live in now.
Why did they warn them about the iceberg before they crashed into it?
The world we live in now is just all about recording, no helping.
Yeah.
The Titanic could have been stopped if people just
put down the phones. Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. All the people on the Titanic. We love you.
Rest in peace, our boy Leo.
Oh, there's actually a memorial, like a house in Denver for one of the...
For something brown, right?
Sounds racist, but yeah.
I should probably... No, that was her last name, I swear.
Something brown.
Yeah, it was like Mary Brown or something. Just gonna try to move on.
No, but she hopefully I can go visit her memorial. You know,
you want it?
Yeah, it would be sick. Like I went to, imagine dying and people going through your house, just walking through.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy concept. I'm trying to think, if I were to die and people just walk through my house, what would they find?
And this is where he played video games.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
and this is where he edited all the Drink More Water podcasts. Oh my God! And if you turn directly to the right, this is where they recorded, and that's where he took this shit.
He shit and recorded in the same area? Gross.
Grody.
What would be the like one thing you would want to have out for people to be able to see?
My dogs.
Like your feet or
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make
like,
sure.
Like I want to be like buried, but like you know how like people have their head above the like in the sand, like on the beach. I just want my feet to be I want that to be like in stone. I want that to be my tombstone.
Your feet.
Just my feet.
That's funny. I feel like for you, I would probably make your tombstone like a loaf of bread, or not a loaf of bread. Sorry, it'd be like a cake or something.
Oh.
And then when they would like look at you, there'd just be like your ass sticking out. Because we'd bury you face down.
Would there be an asshole?
Well, due to
And then people would stick the flowers in the. Oh, you're so
Yeah,
considerate.
exactly.
Wow. You're trying to go away from it. Don't even lie. Don't even lie.
No.
People can throw quarters in
This
there.
isn't a Patreon episode. I didn't want to get demonetized.
Look where we are now. Demonetized.
Demonetized.
0 views.
0 views. Hey, man. Yeah. We're almost
Well, we haven't had any views in the past month because we haven't uploaded.
True.
And we'd like to apologize formally. I've made a severe lapse in my judgment. I'm back on.
It's okay. Take your time. I know this is hard for you to express.
Hard to view?
For the viewers, yeah.
I know. Yeah. Just probably click off.
Yeah, sure. Get the fuck out of here.
But I'm just back on the gym grind.
You can't get back on something you never left.
Tell that to my ex-wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys sit with that one for a little bit. That was good. No, we'll get more into it on the getting deep section, but we missed you guys basically. I'm glad that we were able to do this today. There was a moment where I wasn't sure we would be able to.
Yeah, because I feel like work just wants me.
Want you bad.
And I just got to grind, you know? We got to grind. Let's grind together.
True. That's
To
how I
the
feel
skate
about-
park. Grind.
Did you ever try skateboarding?
Yeah.
How well you do with it?
All right. I can stay up. I can't do anything like cool.
But like you could like if you kick and then get on there, you're able to hold it a little bit. Impressive. Good job.
I have a skateboard in the back of my car.
I've never seen you skateboard in my life.
You're right. Why?
Because you don't skateboard. When was the last time you skateboarded?
Little do you know. It was a while ago.
Exactly.
But I did for a little bit. I did.
How old were you?
Back at when we lived together.
What?
Yeah.
Where did you go skateboarding when we lived together?
I used to just go in the fucking parking garage.
What the hell? You're lying.
No.
How is this whole part
I had a
of your-
skateboard at the apartment.
I remember the skateboard. But again,
What
I've
do you think I
never
would
seen
go with the skateboard, Ryan.
What are you doing with the skateboard in your car?
I'm ready. Same reason I have a basketball in my car. Whenever I'm in trouble,
Oh yeah.
say my car breaks down, what am I gonna do? Middle of nowhere? I'm a skateboard, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I bet you would.
I would.
I bet you would.
I would.
How do this is crazy to me. I just learned that you had a whole like basic alter ego when we lived together.
Alter ego? I'm still the same. Hi. I'm still the same person. Hello.
You were skateboard Cory, and I
No.
didn't know it.
Yeah.
You were in the parking garage skateboarding,
Yeah.
doing kick flips and grinding on stuff.
On the top.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What the Halliburton? What the heli?
Because there was like no cars up there sometimes.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
Yeah. I think I almost
Why'd you
lost
never
it.
invite me?
What do you mean?
You were never like, hey, you want to go skateboarding? Obviously, I'd be
With
like, what
no
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What would I skateboard
I would
with?
bring my
Pentagon?
oregano,
Oh.
and I would go up there and bake a pizza
Uh-huh.
and then skateboard.
All right. Now that you've said you've involved oregano, I take back the kick flipping, and I just envision you standing on the board, very slowly moving.
No, there were some times where I would go like around, like that whole like the other place that was blocked off. It was like the Staples thing. It's like a Staples Supply Center.
Oh, okay.
It was always blocked off. Like
I thought you were talking about the top of the garage still.
No. Like I would go around there, make a big loop.
Word.
Sometimes I would go. Let's dox ourselves right now. What streets were over there? I don't even know. But like the streets that were at the corner, I would go down and then
towards the Best Buy.
Yeah, towards the Best Buy and then loop around.
When did you do this? At like 2 a.m?
Sometimes, yeah.
Makes sense. That's when I was sleeping.
Yeah. I used to, bro, that's crazy. I used to sleep until like 1:30.
Bro, I know.
And now I'm up at 9.
I know.
What's going on? Do I care about myself now?
Yeah.
I do a little bit.
It was crazy. I would be able to wake up, get ready for school, go to school, come back from school, have lunch, start streaming, and then you would wake up.
Yeah.
I literally went through basically like half my day by the time you woke up.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was kind of lonely.
Well, because I was working at fucking BJ's too.
No.
Was I not working at
No,
BJ's?
you were working with me for 6 months before we lived together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I gotta stop touching my feet.
Oh, was I also working the para job? I was probably doing that too.
At the start, I think you were. You? I feel like you were doing that when we applied.
We had this conversation a couple of days ago with one of our other coworkers too.
Really?
Yeah.
Was I there? Okay.
It was Vanessa. She was like, "You did theater in high school?" It's like,
do you know this one?
It's like, do you know what my first tattoo was? Starts flexing all my tattoos. I know.
I would have gone skateboarding with you, just so you know.
Would you be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a ripstick?
No.
You seem like one of the kids that would have a ripstick.
Is that good or bad?
I feel like the ripstick was cool.
I was gonna say that. I feel like the cool kids had ripsticks, so I want to make sure.
The losers had scooters. I had
a scooter.
Yeah, I had a scooter too.
My skateboard phase was probably like a week. And it was when I was like in middle school too. So
it was just fun.
I liked the idea of it, but I wasn't good at it. So I was just like, well, if I'm not good at this, why am I going to continue?
It's the only way that you get better. You just got to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Do.
But then it's like, because I could be skateboarding, and then I would fall off, and then there was bugs. And then it was like, what if the bugs touched me?
What? You're scared of bugs?
Not necessarily. Spiders I'm scared of.
Oh, my God. The only spider that I'm afraid of are the ones that fly.
Don't get me started on flying spider. Don't get me started on anything. Ooh. No thanks. Speaking of, oh my God. So I saw this Twitter thing where apparently some people can smell ants.
What do ants smell like?
I don't know, but apparently it's a thing. So I like clicked into the thread and people were like, yeah, look it up. Wait, I want to look it up. I have the computer.
What do ants smell like? Siri, what do ants smell like?
Ants produce a distinct, often described as sour or vinegar-like smell due to release of chemicals like formic acid.
A common defense chemical many ant species produce.
Have you ever smelt an ant?
Now I'm wondering if I have. That would be crazy. How close do you have to be to smell an ant?
That's also my question. How close were you getting to ants?
Back in my prime, I was getting close to ants.
Damn, back when you're dropping like 30?
Yeah. 35.
Oh, my fault. 3 rebounds.
13 rebounds.
Half an assist.
Yeah. That's what I lacked.
Yeah.
I was like Kobe with the ball. I didn't want to share it.
Valid. More like Porter. But
I had 35.
So you were getting close to ants though?
Yeah.
What were you? Were you one of the ones who were like to pull their legs off?
No.
Okay.
I would burn them though.
Oh God. I don't know which one's worse, honestly. Amputating them or taking their life.
They're both kind of the same.
Would you consider that? I feel like that's the same for like the people who pull off the wings of flies. Psychopaths.
How do you get to fly?
Also, that's impressive on its own, but you got to look at it too. Like,
but it's
don't look at the artist.
It's like
look at
hunting
the person.
deer. It's like that's your game. That's what you caught.
I'm a big fly hunter.
Big fly hunter. Yeah.
The horse fly has eluded me for all these years.
That's why I'm so fly.
So you would just burn ants like with a lighter or with a magnifying glass?
Magnifying glass.
Oh, so you were like the stereotype television kid.
Yeah.
That's.
I had glasses, so what else was I supposed to do?
You used your glasses?
Sometimes, yeah.
Damn. That's psychopath behavior a little bit too.
I'm a little psycho. But I got better. I've got better. I haven't killed any ants. Maybe stepping on them, but...
Well, you didn't specify that. You said, I don't kill ants recently. What have you killed recently?
What else can you kill that's funny?
That's funny?
Yeah.
Depends who you ask.
You can kill the mood. I've been killing the mood recently.
Yeah, definitely did that just recently.
Yeah.
More recently than the others, for sure.
Just more recently, like 5 seconds ago.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, it felt like I was judged by my ant conversation. I felt like this is like a we listen and we don't judge kind of conversation.
It always is. I mean,
but you just judged.
Listen, but the type of relationship we have is I could judge.
Intimate.
That too. It's like I could judge
Sexy.
you, but you know, not like there's no ill intent behind anything I say. You know. Are you listening to anything I say, or you're just picturing us together?
I do that all the time. You got to be more. You got to be more like on the nose. You know.
So
whenever I think about good times, I think about
the
fast
burger
food
place
joint, and then us
gotcha.
together
Beat you
naked
to the
on the
joke.
weekends.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh.
You know what your jokes lack? Depth.
Well, you stuttered, so not even funny anymore. Sorry.
Your jokes lack depth. Lack depth.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Me and my dad sometimes. It's a dad joke, but he'll be like, "Oh, what are you getting for lunch?" And I'll be like, "Oh, like McDonald's or something." And he'll be like, "Oh, good times." And I was like, "No, McDonald's." You know.
He says good times?
No, I say good times.
So you...
Let me try again. You're my dad, okay?
Hello, son. I don't love you.
Dad, I haven't seen you in at least like 20 years. Where have you
Shut
been?
up.
All jokes.
It was a joke. It was
all
a joke.
Jokes. All jokes. We recently saw Noel Miller, dad.
He's a dad.
He is a dad, yep. And he made a dad joke like that. He was like, got real quiet in here.
Yeah.
He's like, living with that trauma still. My fault. I'll move on.
Yeah. I find it funny that we didn't talk about his most important joke, which was which route would you take as parenting, like the physical or mental?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, physical, they can just grow up and beat the shit out of you. That's why I'm doing mental.
He's so funny. Check out Noel Miller live. Check out his specials too. Free plug for our dad.
He'll be in a spot near you soon.
Maybe.
I know you in Germany or I don't know.
I don't know. Speaking about our dads, we have so many of them.
We do.
I originally was going to say something about basement yard, but then I just thought of basketball because our dad Jokic, our daddy Yoke, rest in peace for our boy here.
It's been tough.
It's been tough. Shout out all Nuggets fans. This season was nothing without you. I'm actually acting like I'm one of the players.
You are.
So, this off season just really got to grind, focus on getting better, getting some shots up. And
Fucking trading MPJ.
yeah, MPJ's got to go, low key.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say because I love that guy and I have his jersey. But he's really let me down.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all elevators do. And they bring me up too, but
In the amount of times you've taken an elevator, do you think you've taken more up than down? Or vice versa?
I feel like most of the times that if I go up, I have to go back down. So you can't have one without the other.
What if you're on the towers and the electricity?
Tilted?
No, you're telling me you've never like taken the stairs up and then just taken an elevator down? Or you've taken an elevator up and then walked down the stairs?
I just watched a movie about this, and it's the Final Destination movie. And it
About the Seattle Needle?
yeah.
What
It was
happened?
about the vision that she saw that the whole thing was going to crash.
See, those guys, they took an elevator up and didn't you take it back down?
Well, it makes me scared to be in the fucking elevator after watching that movie. Let me tell you.
Fair.
I'm scared of pennies now.
Pennies?
Pennies. The littlest thing can cause the minor or the major chain reaction. Let me tell you. Watch out for your pennies, okay? Make sure you pick up all the pennies.
I'm scared. Do those movies
Got a lot of
actually affect
pennies?
you?
Well, I binge watched all. I lied. It wasn't 7. There are only 6 of them. I
Okay.
binge watched all 6 of them.
Okay.
It's just scary stuff, you know? Makes you think about things. Like when I was talking about the Rocky thing.
So that's going to fall out one time. It's going to land on my chair. I'm going to sit down and be like, ah, and then like jump up, kind of like stumble a little bit, fall over, hit this. The scissors are going to go flying. And you're going to stand up and be like, Ryan, are you okay? Right as you're doing that, the scissors are going to hit you.
Yep.
Boom. Figured it out. So since I figured it out, now it's not going to happen. And then our bloodline is going to become cursed.
It's not even what it's about, though.
I don't know. I've never seen any of the fucking movies.
You just know the title of Bloodline.
I know the title, and I've seen the trailer where she says, "I avoided death when it was supposed to happen. Now you guys have to die," or something like that. I cursed my bloodline. And then she said, "This is the final destination for my bloodline." And then she said the name of the movie, and then everyone went crazy in the theaters. Thank you. I do really appreciate that.
How did you come up with the plot of that movie?
Well, how did I guess it? I watched the trailer.
No, just come up because you're the director, right?
No.
Well, you guessed it.
Yeah, because I watched. I don't know. Did you see that all of those inmates escaped from the New Orleans prison, and
When
that they're
they-
slowly being recaptured?
When the day that they released Annabelle.
They were connected, like the doll Annabelle.
Yeah, so like the whole thing about with the Annabelle doll is like the last thing that the owner did before giving away the Annabelle doll. She said, "Don't move this at all. Bad things will happen if you move it." So it's been like locked away for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that it was released, it was
Why
in the
did they remove it?
I don't know.
They're like, let's find out.
And the inmates the 10 were released.
Crazy.
And it was one of the people working in the prison that helped him escape.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all slowly being recaptured. So I'm just like, I wanted
And
to
there's
ask
bids
you.
for them. They're going to get... Well, hold on.
I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore.
No, but it's like... Will they get captured, all of them, by Friday? There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
bets.
I saw someone on Twitter. They like retweeted, like one of the posts that one of them got captured, and he's like, "Man, just ruined my parlay."
I just had a 10-leg parlay.
But so, if I were to escape jail, my ass is getting out of the fucking country, dog.
How?
Find a way. Find someone who makes fake passports.
Where are you gonna find one of those?
There's this thing that's accessible to everyone of the modern U.S. If you just go to like a library or something, you get on a computer and Google.
So if I was to Google right now how to get a fake passport, you're telling me the FBI wouldn't be at my door in like an hour?
There's no way they're like, yeah.
Okay, should I speed run it?
Speed run getting arrested?
A speed run getting the FBI involved?
No,
in my
you just
life?
like, I'm sure realistically, you just go to eBay, look up
No way.
fake passports.
No way.
Some of them's got to be real.
Some of them have to be. None of them are real. If they're on eBay,
Well, obviously it's going to be worded differently, but it's like, how did Will do it in fucking you or Joe? Sorry, how did Joe do it to become Will?
you're just going off of you. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're just watching you and you're just telling me the plot of you right now. I'm like slowly picking up and I'm like, oh yeah, this is Will Bettelheim. This is that bald motherfucker.
Okay, yes, but I feel like it would apply to this too.
How?
You just look up how. I'm sure you could look up how to get a fake passport.
I'm sure there's a link on YouTube to make how to make fake passports.
Go to Reddit. You go to Reddit. Be like, yo, does
That's
anyone
the
know
place.
how to fucking?
There you go.
Yeah,
Bingo.
there we go. And then some of them will probably be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But some of them are gonna be real. And then you just go to them.
And then they're purposely trying to get you in trouble, so they're doing all the right things, and they do one wrong thing, and that's how they get you.
Exactly. True. They could be on the inside working.
I could be in your insides working too.
All right.
Sorry.
If you were to escape prison, since apparently it's so hard to get a passport, how would you evade being captured then? Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Ooh.
Sorry, I can't do that. I don't know. Find a nice house in like the country.
How are you gonna pay for it?
I'll fucking work.
How are you gonna get?
I'll be a panhandler. I'll work my way up. I'll fall in love with like this really attractive, beautiful woman, and her parents are gonna be loaded.
Uh-huh.
Then
Are you referencing a movie?
It could be any movie that you want. It could be Tangled, bro. Tangled is that story.
True.
She's really wealthy, long hair.
So you're telling me you wouldn't, like, you would stay in the state, or would you go to a different state?
I wouldn't go as far as going across the country.
Okay. Then how would you get a job? They're gonna be like, "Oh, who are you? What's your?"
That's why I would
some
go to like a
background
farm
checks."
state. You don't need papers to work on a freaking farm. Hey, can I get some of these carrots instead of getting this week's payment? I need to eat, please. Can I have some tomatoes, please? I know you got potatoes over there too. Let me steal that pig. It can fly?
All right. I see what you're cooking up. I see what you're brewing over there.
Cold brew, Cory.
Yeah, did that on purpose. But so you're telling me you'd escape prison, go to a farm state, find a farm, work for them, and then slowly reintegrate yourself back into society?
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Not bad.
I've seen a couple movies. Let me just say.
See, me personally, I would escape prison, go to my favorite restaurant, to get a seat, dine in, eat, really enjoy the meal. First time food out of prison. Obviously, it's going to be good. And then I would dash, when waiter's not looking, working with another table, just get up, leave, obviously. What are they going to do, arrest me? Then I would take a walk to the nearest bridge, really get a good view of that before I just jump off.
How are you going to say no to mine and then yours is the exact same thing? So what's your real thing? No.
I would go to leave the country. I'd find a way to get the frick out of here. Go to Canada, brother. Canada, exactly. I would go to Mexico, but I feel like there'd be a pretty big language barrier. What?
A?
Does the like U.S. work with like with its neighbors like that?
Were you gonna say cousins?
I wasn't, but that's funny. With the cousins, good old Mexico and
We're the redheaded stepsister of the cousins. You know.
I don't get that reference.
It's like ugly duckling.
Are you calling gingers ugly ducklings?
No, I'm just calling Americans the ugly ducklings.
But you said we're the redheaded ones.
Yeah, I was also just saying it's like bad. You know, we're
In reference to like
brunettes, blondes, people with blue hair.
You always see stories with like people getting on airplane, like sneaking onto airplanes. How hard do you think that is?
Probably pretty hard.
Why do we see it so? I guess they're getting caught. So
what are you talking about? People sneaking on airplanes?
Like you see.
When was the last time you saw someone getting taken out of an airplane?
No, I meant like on the news. I haven't personally seen someone actually get taken off an airplane.
Obviously, you silly goose.
I feel like within the past like 3 months for sure. I heard it on the news or like the radio. They were like, "Oh yeah, someone got."
And when was the last time before that?
I don't know, man.
3 months ago. It doesn't happen often,
but it happens enough where you hear about it kind of frequently.
3 months ago isn't frequently.
3 months ago is not recent.
Not frequently.
Okay, but
no, I didn't say recently.
I'm sure it happens. I'm sure if we looked it up, it'd be like, "Oh yeah, that happened last week."
Do it. Look it up right now. I'm calling your bluff.
That's crazy work.
I'm calling your bluff right now.
All right, hold on.
When was the last time that you were happy? Think about that question. Think about it for nice and long, you know.
Let's see. There's one in late 2024 and early 2025. There's multiple incidents of people sneaking onto flights without tickets. The most recent high-profile case. So this is a high profile. I don't know what necessarily defines a high profile, but
when was it?
December. This says a body was found, not a person. So I'm worried that this is actually just a dead body.
Yeah, how are you going to sneak a dead body on the plane? That's a real question.
That is the real question.
Worried about live bodies? You should be worried about dead bodies.
There's a movie where the guy is upset because his dead dad is on the plane, like in a casket or something like that. And how do you think they just like put that with the rest of the luggage?
Yeah.
You don't think they have like a certain like compartment just for caskets?
Dead bodies?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Do you think they're kind of
I feel like airplanes are built for efficiency. They're not built for spaceshipity.
Makes sense. Do you think that it's because it's added weight in space? They're kind of like, "Oh, sorry, you can't check your bag today. James brought his dead dad." So
yeah.
Imagine you have a connecting flight with. All right, we should probably move on.
And they just bring your. That's insane to think about, Ryan. What brought you to think about this?
I don't know. Speaking of airports, though, did you see there was like an Uber driver trying to deliver like a food, and they accidentally ended up on the tarmac in O'Hare Airport, which is Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't see that.
How do you mess up that bad?
I feel like sometimes the GPS has you go in different directions for no reason. So
I just want to know.
Can't blame the Uber Java. You gotta blame Google Maps, you know?
I feel like I should be...
Blame corporate America.
We should be blaming the airport security. How did they let him in?
I'm bringing this dude food.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Honestly, go. Yeah. That's probably what it was. They saw the Uber sticker and they're like, all right, come on in.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. It could have been...
a catastrophe.
A catastrophe. Exactly. Why is it catastrophe and not dogostrophe?
Catastrophe. Because it's like astrophysics with cats. Astrophysics with cats.
Okay. And what are astrophysics?
The gravity.
The gravity. The gravity.
The gravity.
The thing that holds us to Earth.
Yeah.
You know what?
I thought that was funny on the spot.
It was. It's good.
You're flaming me. So.
What do you mean? I was laughing with you.
But I wasn't laughing, okay?
You
so
were
you're just
you
laughing
giggled.
at me.
You were giggling over there.
You laughed at me.
Oh my gosh.
You laughed at
this
me.
This guy, imagine.
And I'm kind of hurt.
I thought the whole purpose of this podcast was to laugh at each other.
You're right. But I haven't laughed at you in
40 minutes when you said that I stutter. How about that?
Well, that was me.
That was you?
I made that joke. So I was laughing.
I made this joke.
I was laughing at me.
We made it almost a whole episode without me asking how you're doing. I'm sorry for not asking right at the start. How are you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm doing really good. How are you doing?
Good. Just chilling.
I see right through those eyes.
I see right through your lies.
I see into your thighs. It's no surprise. Would you like some fries?
I would like some fries. No, but
from where? Oh, but from what?
No. Best fries. I thought you were falling asleep, but you were wide open, deep throating that mic right there.
Yeah, I was.
Is that the noise you make when you're given oral?
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh, fries.
Fries.
Best fries? No, I don't want to answer that. I don't care. It's about that time to get deep with each other. So let's hear it.
So I don't ask the hard hitting questions for this guy.
Oh,
apparently.
Do you actually want to know what my favorite fries are?
I would love to.
My favorite fries have to probably be Wendy's. The perfect amount of saltiness, crunchiness, not too crunchy, but also soft. None of that Burger King shit. McDonald's is also a good contender, though.
Valid.
What are yours? Or what's yours?
Chick-fil-A.
I feel like I hesitate, though, because, like, those aren't traditional, like, normal fries. Those are waffle fries. So, like, they're their own category, you know? Because it's like, you can make an argument where it's like,
what?
WNBA and NBA are two different things, but they're both basketball players, you know? So it's like, those are both fries, but one's a waffle fry, one's like a superior fry. No, I'm just kidding. You're telling me that's not a valid point?
They're both fried potatoes.
Yeah, but they're still cut differently.
You don't like things that are cut differently?
I didn't say that. Don't try to get me canceled.
You don't like things that are different? You don't like things that stand out?
Why are waffle fries different than regular cut fries? And why are, like, steak fries different than regular cut fries, too?
Curly fries. Why are curly fries?
Exactly. Why are there so many
Why are
different
mashed
types
potatoes
of fries?
not just in long forms?
That's totally different. Don't bring mashed potatoes into this. You know our beef goes way back. You know our gravy goes way back.
Why can't you just have a whole potato? Why can't you fry a whole potato?
Also true. That's just a fried potato. Or a baked. No, not baked. Sorry. Because, like,
take the skin off.
If you were...
Dump that potato in the fry oil.
Uh-huh.
And what are you really? You're just a fried potato.
You got me there. But if you were to take the same potato as a waffle fry, and then cut it vertically into a regular fry, would it taste different?
Respectfully, what the fuck was that question? If it's coming from the same potato, it's obviously going to taste the same.
I feel like it would be different.
Also about the oil.
I mean, true, but in this scenario, it's
Chick-fil-A has peanut oil.
I don't know. I feel like the shape changes the flavor.
There's a joke there somewhere, but I can't come up with it on the spot.
I'll let you think about that. We'll answer it next week. Okay.
What? You want me to think about if the different shape of the potato makes it taste different?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want me to bring up mashed potatoes. That's a completely different
That is a completely different. That's not even. That's like changing the composition.
Yeah.
Then it's different.
What else do you want from me?
Don't you remember at our job in the Springs when they had the smaller cut ones? They tasted differently.
The potatoes in Scotland tasted better.
Oh, I can imagine. I was about to be really dumb for a second. Because in my head, I envisioned Idaho as in Europe. So I was like, Scotland's closer to Idaho.
Scotland's closer to Ireland, which is the home of potatoes.
That's what it was. So I wasn't completely stupid. Just a little bit.
You said Idaho. So.
Yeah, but Idaho, Ireland. I'm sure if you mix up the words, they're kind of the letters. They make the same.
Yeah.
They make each other's. You know?
Yeah. I just love potatoes.
Yeah.
I want to starch from the beginning.
Are like country potatoes better than fries?
Country potato, like the cubes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like those better than French fries?
I have those like experience with those, like the potatoes in the mornings, and like it's like when the family's all happy and stuff. So
yeah, I guess I would never know what that was like.
Yeah. So hence why you're a fry person.
Oh my God. The psychological effect behind liking certain potatoes.
Yeah, but hold on, hear me out. The other country potatoes, the like shredded shit,
like hash browns.
Are those hash browns?
Aren't hash browns just shredded?
I mean, yeah, but I consider like a hash brown like the ones from McDonald's, you know?
Oh, words. I guess I was thinking of like when you go to like IHOP or whatever.
Yeah,
and they have like the little stringy ones.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What were you saying about those?
If you give me those, I'll take them back.
You don't like those?
No, I'm not the big fan of those.
I'm not a big fan of those either. Have you ever put ketchup on them?
Yeah.
Better,
ketchup,
right?
Ketchup, hot sauce. I do that with all my potatoes.
Oh, word. Even your French fries? Just kidding. Even your mashed potatoes? Ketchup and hot sauce in your mashed potatoes?
Meatloaf with mashed potatoes. Sometimes the ketchup sneaks in a little bit.
Going back. It's about that time. We gave you some extra content there. Hope you enjoyed it.
Extra content? Are we getting paid for this? Are we getting paid overtime for this?
With our love, yes.
I love love.
Yes. I love love too.
I love that you love love.
And I love that you introduced me to love.
Love.
Getting deep.
Getting deep. So I knew that we were gonna say this or save this till the end. I want Ryan to give his side of the story too, but we've been gone for a little bit, about a month. Nothing against y'all. Not that we don't love you and care about you and think about y'all every single day. But like our schedules were just really not aligning with recording on Wednesdays, because those are our days to record. This is a Wednesday, in case you're watching. All of our episodes have been recorded on Wednesdays. Some of them not, but I think the time off was really needed for mental health and just like hanging out. But I know that we use this we use YouTube, and we use our YouTube channel to like kind of be like therapy in a sense, and we get our feelings out and we talk about just random shit sometimes, and everyone goes through different shit. We're all going through our own stuff right now in this current day and age, and we get shown a lot of bad stuff, like dead bodies on airplanes and getting taken off of airplanes and shit. And it's really just mainstream to see all of the bad stuff. But let me introduce you to Prize Picks. I want you to download this app. I want you to just gamble your life away. I'm just kidding. All jokes. But we love you. We care about you. And I think we're going to try to stay on schedule. So we're trying not to miss another Wednesday. Yeah. Make sure you tell someone that you love them. I love all of you out there. I'm sure this guy loves you too. I know this guy loves you. Let me tell you. But yeah, you're loved. Don't forget that.
So true, King. Yeah, scheduling conflict. I also want to say, he said it briefly about mental health. At the start of our little break was definitely kind of my fault for not recording and doing as much as we should. So I apologize both to you guys and to you, Dad. I appreciate the welcomeness and love that you've always given and shown. And I'm excited to get back into this, honestly. I just want to, I know we both have big dreams and goals with this type of stuff. So, like we've always said, you can't get there until you start. So, we're here again, starting again. Mid-season break. We're back, baby. But we love you very much. And I love you very much. Thanks for coming to record today.
Of course. I love you too.
And if you guys like this, make sure to hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Tell us what type of fries you like. Which ones? Do they taste different? Yes or no? Also important.
This fucking guy, bro. I love this guy.
We'll see you guys next week. Let's go.
I like the curly fry the most. They have the most flavor around and 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 around.